Good morning, students. This is Kavya. In previous class, I explained you about the basics of transistor, right? So in today's class, we will see transistor configurations. So now I will explain you transistor configuration. Suppose if I want to construct a circuit, I need input terminals as well as output terminals, right? So for example, if I want to construct one circuit, I need two input terminals and two output terminals. But in last class, I said transistor have a three input terminals, right? Sorry, three terminals, right? They are base, emitter and collector. But how should I connect now? We need one input terminal and one output terminal, but here we are having a three terminals. So because of that reason, out of these three terminals, I should connect one terminal as input and one terminal at output side, and the third terminal as a common to the both input as well as the output. So we are having three types of configuration: common base configuration, common emitter configuration, and common collector configuration. In common base configuration, base will be act as a common element to the both input side as well as the output side. In common emitter configuration, emitter will be acts like a common element to the both input and output side. In common collector configuration, collector acts like a both input and output terminal. So out of this, we are having a, if in any configuration, we are having a four parameters. So they are like input current, input voltage, output current, and output voltage. So out of these parameters, two parameters can be considered as a independent parameters and two parameters can be considered as a dependent parameters. So now we will see what are they. Dependent parameters means input voltage and output current are referred as a dependent parameters. Independent parameters means input current and output voltage. So now we will see one by one configuration. So first one is a common base configuration. So common base configuration, the name says common base. So base will be acts like a input side as well as at the output side. So base is common for both the input and as well as for output. So if you observe here, so here the input is a emitter junction and output is a collector junction. Base is common. So we can apply the input in between the base and emitter terminals, and the corresponding output signal can be taken in between the base and collector terminals. So if you observe here, the input parameters are VEB, input voltage is VEB and input current is IE, and the output voltage is VBC and the output current is IC. So that is a simple construction of a common base configuration. Base will be acts as a both input side and output side, and the input parameters are IE, which is the input current, and the input voltage is VBE, output voltage is VBC, output current is IC. Input is given in between the emitter and base, output can be taken in between the collector and base. So now we will see the input characteristics and the output characteristics of a CB configurations. So these are the input characteristics of a CB configuration. So in any configuration, we have to remember the two equations. They are, observe these equations too. Input voltage is equal to, it is a function of input current and output voltage. And next one is output current. It is a function of input current and output voltage. If you remember these two parameters, you can easily understand the input and output characteristics for the three configurations. I repeat again, input voltage is a function of a input current and output voltage. Output current is a function of input current and output voltage. Now we will see the input characteristics of a common base configuration. So we are taking on a IE and IE, I mean input current on one axis and output voltage VEB on input voltage. So input characteristics are drawn between the input voltage and input current. If you observe the diagram, input voltage is VEB, input current is IE. So I'm drawing the graph in between the input current and input voltage by keeping the VCB as a constant. So what is VCB here? VCB is the output voltage. So just observe here. First, we are keeping the output voltage VCB as a constant value, and we are varying the VEB for different points. And then at each point, we will record the input current IE value, and we will repeat the same process at different output voltage levels. And based on these values, we will plot the graph in between the input voltage and input current. So it is the input characteristics of a CV configuration. Now we will see output characteristics of a CB configuration. So output characteristics are drawn between the output current and output voltage. So now we again observe the diagram. So output characteristics are drawn between the output current and output voltage. So what is output current here? IC is the output current. What is output voltage here? VCB is the output voltage. So observe here, on one axis we are taking IC, output current. On another axis we are taking output voltage VCB, right? By by varying the value I. So here in this, first we are keeping the emitter current constant, so which is a IE value, and then we will vary the VCB value for the different points, and now we will record the IC values at each point, and we will repeat the same process at different values of IE. So if you observe the graph here, first we are taking IE is equal to 0 milliamperes, and again IE is equal to 2 milliamperes, and again IE is equal to 4, 6, 8 up to 10 milliamperes. So depending upon that values, we can draw the plot in between the output voltage and on output current. So these are the output characteristics of a CB configuration. So now we will see what different types of a regions. So in last class I said transistor should be in a active region, means I said one short trick, means EFCR, right? Emitter junction should be in a forward bias and collector junction should be in a reverse bias. At that condition we will say that is a transistor is in a active region and it can be act as an amplifier, right? So if the input bias is in a forward bias and the output is in a reverse bias, then we can say it is in an active condition and the application is amplifier. If it happens in reverse, it means if the input is in a reverse bias and the output is in a forward bias condition, then the operation is a inverse active, just opposite, inverse active, and the application is a attenuator. So amplifier means adding the strength to the signal. Attenuator means loss of a signal strength. So if we take both the forward biases, that region can be called as a saturation region. Which what is the application in that region? That is nothing but a switch on condition antaru. So and in another condition, that is a reverse and reverse. So reverse means we can say that is a cutoff region. So cutoff region application is a switch off region, switch off application. So these are the four regions. One is active region, inverse active, and cutoff, and another one is a saturation. Active means forward bias and reverse bias. Inverse active means reverse bias and forward bias. Saturation means forward bias and forward bias. Cutoff region means reverse bias and reverse bias. In active bias, it can be act as an amplifier. In inverse active condition, it acts like an attenuator, and in saturation region it can be acts like a on switch, and in cutoff region it can be acts like a off switch. So that is about the CB configuration. Now we will see common emitter configuration. So out of the three configurations, CB, CE, CC, the most widely used configuration is a CE configuration. Why? Because the CE configuration is having a phase reversal property in between the input and output signals. So out of the CE, CB, CC, CE configuration is a different configuration which is widely used among the all configurations. So now only I said, So the two equations are input voltage is equal to output voltage and input current, and output current is equal to input current and output voltage. Okay, first observe the circuit diagram, then I will tell the equations. So here in the diagram, the emitter is a common to the both input as well as the output. So here the input voltage we can taken as a VBE, and the input current is a IB, and the output voltage is a VCE, and the output current is a IC. So the input is applied in between the base and emitter, and the output should be taken in between the VCE and IC. That means collector and emitter. So emitter is acts like a both the input side as well as the output side. So now we will observe the equations. So what I said, input voltage is equal to input current and output voltage. So what is the input voltage here? VB is the input voltage. And what is the input current here? IB is the input current. What is the output voltage here? VC is the output voltage. That is equation number 1. And equation number 2 is output current is equal to input current and output voltage. So what is the output current here? IC is the output current. And what is the input current here? IB is the input current and output voltage is VCE. So these are the two equations. So depending upon these two equations, we can draw the input characteristics and output characteristics of a common emitter configuration. You should remember only one point. In whatever the configuration may be, either it is a CB configuration, either it is a CA configuration, or either it is a CC configuration. The term common emitter should be acts as a common terminal in between both the input and output. If it is a CB, base will be acts as a common in both input side and output side. If it is a CC, common collector configuration, then collector should be acts as a common in between the both input and as well as the output. That is the simple concept. Now we will observe the input characteristics of a CE configuration. So the input characteristics of a CE configuration are obtained in between the input current and input voltage. Output characteristics are obtained in between the output current and output voltage. Input characteristics are obtained in between the input voltage and input current. So observe the diagram here. What is the input current here? IB is the input current. What is the input voltage here? VB is the input voltage. So we will draw the graph in between the IB and VB, which are input voltage and which are input current. So these are the waveforms. So what happens here is, first we will keep the VC as a constant, and we will vary the input voltage VBE for the different points, and we will record the values of a input current at each point. By using these values, we can draw the graph in between the IB and VB by keeping the constant VCE. So these are the input characteristics of a CE configuration. Now we will see the output characteristics. So output characteristics are drawn between the output current and output voltage. So now we will see what is the output current and output voltage. So what is an output current here? IC is the output current. What is output voltage here? VC is the output voltage. Now we will observe the graph here. So output characteristics are drawn between the IC and VCE, which are output current and output voltage. So here we are keeping the base current IB as a constant, and we are varying the value of a output voltage VCE for different points, and we will note down the value of a collector IC for each point, and then we will plot the graph in between the IC and VCE in order to get the output characteristics, and the characteristics will be like this. So we are taking the IB values differently, like 0 and 10 and 20, 40 up to 60. So we are taking the different values for IB. So these are the output characteristics of a CE configuration. So in active region, the base current consists of two components and is given by. So I already said in last class, emitter current is equal to the base current plus collector current. So we can write IE is equal to minus of IB plus IC. But here we are having a VCB is a fixed value. So we can write IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus IC naught. So we know the value of a beta. Beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha. So by replacing the beta value here, we can write the equation as a IC is equal to beta IB plus 1 plus beta into IC naught. So in cutoff region and in saturation, in cutoff region, I is equal to 0 and IC is equal to IC naught. And in saturation region, both emitter and collector junctions are in forward bias. So now only I said saturation region, collector, I mean active region, inactive region, cutoff region, right? Saturation region means both the biases should be in forward biases. Cutoff region means both the biases should be in reverse. Active region means one bias, input bias should be in forward, output bias should be in reverse. Inverse active region means input bias should be in reverse, output bias should be in a forward condition. These are the different regions in the transistor. Now we will see common collector configuration. So in common collector configuration, collector is a common to the both input and as well as to the output. And the circuit diagram is like this. Here the collector is common to the input and as well as a output. Just observe the circuit diagram. So we can also call it as a emitter follower configuration because here the emitter voltage follows the base voltage. If you observe the diagram, the emitter voltage follows the base voltage. So because of this reason, this configuration is mostly used as a buffer. And this configuration is widely used in impedance matching. The main application of the CC configuration is impedance matching. Why? Because it is having a high input impedance. So if you observe the diagram here, collector is common in both the input side as well as the output side. So now we will see the characteristics, input characteristics and output characteristics. So now only I said input characteristics means it is drawn in between the input voltage and input current. So what is the input voltage here and input current here? IB and VCB. So I'm drawing the graph in between the IB and VCB by keeping the VC as a constant value. And now we will see the output characteristics. Output characteristics means the graph drawn in between the output voltage and output current. So here I am drawing the graph in between the IE and VCE for different values of a IB. So these are the output characteristics of a CC configuration, common collector configuration. So that's it about the three configuration. Now we will see comparison of these three configurations. CB configuration, CE configuration and CC configuration. So first one is input resistance. It can be denoted as a R suffix I. So input resistance is low in common base configuration and it is moderate in common emitter configuration and it is high in CC configuration. Output resistance. Output resistance can be denoted by R naught. It is high in CB configuration. It is moderate in CE configuration and it is low in CC configuration. Next one is current gain, which is denoted by capital A suffix I, current gain. So it is less than unity in CB configuration. In CE configuration, it is high and in CC configuration also it is high. Next one is voltage gain, which is represented by capital A in suffix V. So in CB configuration, in CE configuration, the voltage gain is high and in CC configuration, the voltage gain is less than or equal to unity. And next we will see amplification factor. So in each configuration, amplification factor is denoted with a different name. In CB configuration, we will represent it as a alpha. In CE configuration, we will represent it with beta. In CC configuration, we will represent with gamma, alpha, beta and gamma. So amplification factor means output current by input current. By observing the circuit diagram, you can easily know the values. So first one is a CB. So in CB, what is the output current IE and what is the input current IE? So amplification factor alpha is equal to delta IC by delta IE. So next one is CE configuration. In CE configuration, amplification factor beta is equal to output current by input current. So that is a delta IC by delta IB. Similarly, in CC configuration, gamma is equal to delta IE by delta IB. So that is about the amplification factor. And now applications. So what are the applications of CB, CE and CC? Where do we use? CB is used mostly in multi-stage amplifiers. CE is used in audio signal amplifier, and next last one is used, CC configuration used in impedance matching. Why? Because it is having a high input impedance, and CC configuration is also called as a emitter follower configuration. So these are the different configuration of a transistor. So that's it for the today's class. Thanks for watching.